So, dear learners, in this particular video, we will be discussing about our third case study, that is an example for data collection system. So, here we are going to discuss the system called weather information system. So, if you have, I hope that you have gone through our previous two videos where we have discussed the case study 1 on an embedded system and case study 2 on information system. Okay. So, now we are going to discuss about this data collection system. Okay. So, basically this weather information system, the name itself indicates that this particular software based system is going to helpful for generating the weather report. Okay. And as you know that whenever we want to generate the weather report, okay, so we need to collect the different types of weather data, okay, and even we need to collect those data from different places. That's very important. So, when I am going to talk about one particular state of this Karnataka, then automatically there are so many district places are there. Under every district there might be what the taluka places. So, everywhere from every place you need to collect what the different types of weather data, okay, from the taluka places, that should be get transferred to the district places. From there it should be transferred to some centralized processing place where all the data of that particular state will be get collected and processed and analyzed. That has to be done. Then only we can say that what about the weather data of one particular state. Okay. So, the similarly when we are going to consider any country at the whole country level, it is not possible for us to collect the weather data, okay, from each and every places there, because most of the places they might be just like an wilderness in the sense what here they are all the remote places. See, for example, say in India also, if you consider there are many big places where the thick forest is there. Then what about the collecting the data from such kind of places there? A human being cannot go there every time and check it out what about the temperature, rainfall, pressure and all those things in those particular area. But at the same time, to predict the weather data, collection of the weather data from such places is also what? Very much essential. So, that is the reason that in this particular software based system, we will come up with an idea of installation of what? Weather stations here. So, let us start with the theme of this particular software based weather information system, how it is going to work. Okay. So, just have a look at here. So, there are so many different weather stations will be get installed at different remote places, that is nothing but what? The wilderness places over there. So, normally every government of any country with a large area of wilderness decides to what? Deploy several hundreds of weather stations in remote places. Okay. So, this is very much essential, because even if you take an example of our own country, there are so many remote places, that is wilderness areas that we will come across, where we need to install what? The hundreds of weather stations in those remote areas. Is it clear? Then the question arises, what are these weather stations here? Okay. So, weather stations are nothing but they are supposed to collect the data there. So, in the weather stations there will be different types of instruments will be there, okay, which are capable of measuring the weather data like temperature, pressure, sunshine, rainfall, okay, wind speed, wind direction, all these things. Okay. These are all the different types of weather information. To measure all these weather informations, there may be a different and variety of instruments will be there, and those instruments will be kept under these weather stations, and these weather stations are going to be established in different remote places. Okay. So, this is called a wilderness weather station here. Okay. Hope this particular point is cleared over here. So, next we will move on to the exactly what is the purpose of the weather station. Okay. So, as just now told, every weather station is going to include what? A number of instruments which are capable of measuring the weather data, that is wind speed, direction, okay, ground temperature, air temperature, okay, barometric pressure, rainfall over a period, a fixed interval of period. Okay. For example, say for a 24 hours period, every day they will be continuously measuring all these data through that instruments, and the data will be get what? Collected. That is the reason that this particular system is called as a data collection. So here the collection of the data should be a continuous process. It should be under regular interval, because whenever you want to predict the data, you need a huge amount of data to process and analyze. Then only it is possible for you to say that what will be the weather forecasting for the next 1 week or next 1 month. So okay, that is required here. And another thing is, each of these instruments is controlled by what? A software system that takes the parameter reading periodically and manages the data collected from the instruments. So in the weather station, instruments will be there. Instruments are going to continuously collect the data, and this particular weather station is controlled by the software, and that particular software is responsible for what? Taking all the data periodically, these readings from the instruments. Clear? Now just have a look at here how my weather station environment, means this weather information system, will look like. Okay. So this particular overall system comes with 3 different subsystems here. So the major subsystem is weather station here, and there will be a separate another subsystem called data management and archiving, and there is another subsystem called what? Station maintenance. So in my overall weather information system, okay, there are 3 different modules or subsystems that I can come across here. One portion is what? One part is weather station. We have already discussed what is weather station. Then there will be another part that is called data management and what? Archiving. Okay. Then another one is the maintenance of the stations. So combined together all these subsystems, this is the overall picture of what? The weather station environment, means weather information system here. And especially when you look at this particular diagram notation is concerned, this particular type of the system model is called as package diagram actually. Even just try to recall when we were discussing about insulin pump structure, there also we came across one diagram that is called activity model. Okay. So just like that is also one type of model. This is called as a package diagram, okay, or subsystem model that we can call it as. So where every subsystem itself, it look like what? A system here. It's also a system. This is also what? System. This is also what? A system. In turn, once again, when I will combine all these 3 systems together, I will get what? Another system, and that system is called as what? Weather information system here. Okay. Anyway, regarding with this representation of all these system models, that we will discuss it in the coming next chapters in our forthcoming videos. Okay. So now just have a look at here. What about all these 3 different subsystems? What is the job of this? This is the overall weather information system. So in that overall weather information system, so my first subsystem is what? That part of the system, weather station, that you know that already the weather station is responsible for collecting the weather data and carrying out some initial data processing will be done in that weather station, and from the weather station the data will be get transmitted to what? Data management system. This is a centralized area where all the data from different weather stations will be get collected. Once the data is collected in the data management system, just see here. So the purpose of the data management and archiving system is what? It is going to collect the data from all the wilderness weather station, means all the weather stations which have been installed in different remote places. Okay. And it is going to carry out some, that is data processing and analysis, and also what? It is going to archive the data. It means that all the processed data will be permanently stored. Okay. And always do remember just now what we have told earlier also, whenever you want to predict the weather information, then you need to collect the huge amount of data, and also you need the previously collected data. Based on that analysis only you can predict what will be the weather forecasting for the forthcoming month, week, or what? Year. It is possible. Otherwise the prediction is not so easy here. Okay. See, normally when I am talking about what about the rainfall for this particular year, how it is possible to predict? It is based on what? The previously 3 to 5 years collected data. Based on that analysis, normally we are going to predict, okay, what happens this time, how about the summer, how about the winter, all these things. Okay. And the third model here is the station maintenance system. As you know that this overall system consists of both hardware plus what? Software, because it is not purely a software based system, it is a it is a combination of both. Okay. Then we are using so many instruments, so that is why we need to have a maintenance of that weather station. So here this station maintenance system is going to what? This system is going to communicate by what? The satellites with all wilderness weather station. So we told that the information weather data collected by the station should be get transmitted to the data management. How it will be done? It will be done through what? The satellite communication, and also the health of all these systems we need to what? Continuously monitor. Okay. And also we need to provide what? Report the problems whenever if any instrument is get failed, if the communication establishment is what? Failed, at that time our software should in a position to what? Recognize and configure or make a service automatically from the remote place. Okay. So what about the additional functionalities, software functionalities that we can expect from this particular weather information system here? Okay. So the very first one is what? This software should be capable of monitoring what? The instruments, power, communication hardware. Okay. And also it should be capable of reporting what? The faults to the management system. So it means that in any weather station, if any of the instruments are not working, okay, if something goes wrong, if the instrument, if the weather station is not able to communicate with the main centralized office, then such kind of fault should be get identified. Okay. Then second one is managing the system power, ensuring that what? The batteries are charged whenever the environmental conditions permits. See there, first of all, the weather stations are located in a remote places. So there the infrastructure availability will not be there. Then how those instruments will run, how that weather station will run? So because we need the power supply is always necessary there, then most of the time they might be running on what? The batteries means stored power. So all such arrangement has to be what? Done over there. Okay. And the third one is what? Support of dynamic reconfiguration, where the part of the systems softwares are what? Replaced with a new version. See, most of the time what happens here, just try to imagine the overall process which is happening over here, data collection and transmitting of the weather data is not done manually here. Here everything is what? Automated, and it is software controlled. Is it clear? So tomorrow if I want to make any changes to the software, or if I want to reinstall the new version of the software in any of the weather station, that should be done automatically, because as the weather stations are in remote places, we cannot go there manually and do the things over there. And the same thing for what? Even for if any instruments are going to get fail, or if the system is going to get fail. See, for example, say in the weather station, okay, we cannot believe with only one particular instrument. For example, say I want to measure the temperature continuously, and if my instrument is not working for 1 month, then automatically I cannot collect the data there. It's not possible for us to predict the temperature data. Then we have to keep one extra instrument over there as a backup. Okay. Then if one instrument is not working, then the control should be automatically transferred to what? The another instrument, from where the system should start collecting the temperature data. That has to be taken place automatically here. Okay. So these are all the different functionalities that our weather information system software is going to provide. Okay. So this is all about the weather information system. Okay. Please go through this particular video once again, and just have a thought of clear understanding of the concept behind this. Thank you.